During the years of the Soviet Union, when the state projected strength and control, a different reality was growing in the shadows as Andrei Chikatilo developed into one of the most feared serial killers of the 20th century. He was born in 1936 in Ukraine during a time marked by famine, war, and extreme hardship, and his childhood was shaped by hunger, trauma, and stories of violence that surrounded him from an early age, creating deep feelings of insecurity, rejection, and humiliation that followed him into adulthood. As he grew older, he struggled socially and emotionally, often described as shy, awkward, and withdrawn, and despite attempts to build a normal life through education, marriage, and employment, he carried intense internal frustrations and resentment that he could not express in healthy ways. In 1978, the first known murder linked to him took place, and over the next 12 years, children and young women continued to disappear across different regions as he used train routes to travel and approach vulnerable victims in public places before leading them to isolated areas. The attacks were violent, and investigators were overwhelmed by the scattered locations and lack of coordination between regional authorities, while the Soviet system initially refused to accept that a serial killer could exist within its borders, which caused delays and investigative mistakes. At one point, an innocent man was even executed for crimes he did not commit, while the real perpetrator continued operating unnoticed, moving from city to city, blending into everyday life and appearing harmless to those around him. The breakthrough finally came in 1990 when police monitoring railway stations noticed suspicious behavior and detained him for questioning, and although he had been briefly arrested before this time, investigators continued surveillance instead of releasing him without follow-up. Forensic evidence combined with behavioral analysis gradually built a stronger case, and under interrogation he eventually confessed to dozens of murders, revealing information only the true killer could have known. In 1992, he was convicted and later executed, bringing an end to a case that exposed both the brutality of one man and the systemic failures that allowed him to operate for more than a decade. The story of Andrei Chikatilo remains one of the darkest chapters in modern criminal history, not only because of the number of victims, but because of how long fear lived in the silence before the truth was finally uncovered.